The story I came across more than 2 years ago that I still think about all the time. I even have it bookmarked in my browser so I can come back to it whenever I need perspective. It was written by Drew Dixon, founder of Albert Bridge Capital, about his son, Max. And it's one of the most powerful stories I've ever read about struggle, hope, and what it really means to stay in the game. Max was a bright and curious kid, but at 16 his life collapsed into addiction, anxiety, and depression. For 3 years in London, his parents lived in fear, waiting on the front stoop until dawn, calling hospitals and police, not knowing if he would make it home. They tried everything: therapy, new schools, even wilderness programs. Nothing worked. Max simply didn't want to be here. At 19, he left London for Costa Rica, but the darkness followed him until he found a stray puppy, abused, starving, and terrified. He named her Chica. In caring for her, Max found something worth living for. Saving Chica gave him responsibility, and in saving her, he began saving himself. With Chica, Max moved to Indianapolis. He worked full-time, stayed sober, and built a new life. Then, tragedy almost struck again. Chica chased a squirrel into the street and was hit by a car. The driver sped off, leaving her broken. Max thought he'd lost everything again. But another car stopped. A young man got out and said, "Hey, I got you." His name was Kenny. Kenny rushed Max and Chica to vets until they found one who could operate. He stayed by their side through surgery and later checked in, even taking Max to a Colts game. Today, Max is thriving, working, healthy, even running marathons. And Kenny Moore signed a $30 million contract with the Indianapolis Colts, becoming the highest paid slot cornerback in the NFL. Two young men. Both struggled, both almost gave up, both chose to stay in the game. That's why this story has stayed with me for so long. Because it shows that meaning often comes when we stop looking inward and start caring for others. Max found purpose in protecting Chica. Kenny found purpose in helping a stranger. And both of them discovered that when you show up for someone else, you also save yourself. For me, it's a reminder. No matter how dark life feels, the only decision that matters is to stay in the game.